in search of discovery. To begin with, I'd like you to scout out the vicinity and report back with any point of note. Mm-hmm. This, this would be a good opportunity to speak with the locals. They're bound to be familiar with the area, though. As Alicia suggested, it would be interesting to compare the creatures here with those native to the source. I never ventured outside to Raw, so I look forward to your insight. Just leave it to us. I've only ever been to Charlie and myself, but I'd like to think I know interesting when I see it. Well, first of all, I can tell you this much. We've seen this monster a billion times. I think. Actually, hang on. Yeah, we've seen that monster many times before. Specimen. Oh, hello there. What am I doing, you ask? Look up the trunk. See the plants with the capsules? Within the capsules? Yeah. These are species that either can't survive in windspan's gardens or would become invasive and disrupt the ecosystem. The capsules recreate the conditions they require from tropical to frigid climes while keeping them isolated. In this way, any and all plant life could be preserved forever, just like ourselves. Interesting. That's actually really interesting here. It's native to the 12s. Good, we've established there. I see sprites, wind sprites, and plants. The flower garden appears to be meticulously maintained, not by the endless, then by machines. Did you know that even the water here is created using electrope? The initial product is too pure though, and adjustments have to be made so the composition resembles what's found in a natural environment. That's just one of the many things they do to create the ideal conditions for these plants to thrive. I don't know what's become of the world outside the barrier, but I should like to visit a lovely spot such as this in real life. Speaking of lovely spots, have you been to the top of this lookout here? It's a great vantage point, and there's even a food stall in case you're hungry. That's weird. There's a sun. Is it a sun? Reminiscence. Interesting. So if you look, nothing's circling this area. Oh, there's the etherite. Alright. Don't worry about it. So that's it. Yep. Okay. My ancestors aren't actually Alexandrian, but hailed from a place called Petty. They had some unique customs there. For instance, when greeting someone, you had to say Lally Ho in a spirited manner. Our settlement was also famous for a gigantic tree that grew nearby. It was so enormous that when you stood at its base, the roots covering the ground went beyond the horizon. The terminal here at Windsmith Gardens is apparently inspired by that very tree. The Lalafell tree, its name was. It may not be real, but it's nice to have it as a memento for prosperity. Yeah, the giant tree which roots that was so massive that even its roots spread across the world. Yeah, that's an FF9 reference, but Lally Ho. Yeah, Lally Ho is. Yeah, Lally Ho, also known as Rally Ho, is a word of greeting used by the dwarves in the FF series. The word is often a password. Yeah, so that it was a greeting shared by most dwarves in Calusa in the first. Okay, the dwarves of Pity says Rally Ho, and do not let those words who refuse to utter it in a village. The muggles around me want to say Rally Kupo. So yeah, the Conte Petty was talking about is a place. It's also where the tree is. Yeah, is this where? Yeah, that leads to the Lifa tree. The Lifa tree was. Yeah, the ancient tree of life. It was planted long ago by Garland as a gigantic soul filter. Souls of a guy. It is located in another canon. Where because after going through the ceremony, not like getting them to. Yeah. Yeah, the true tree of it resides underground. And it was designed, the Lifa tree was meant to filter out the souls of Gaia and replace them with Terra souls. In FF9, yeah. So that's a throwback to FF9. That whole conversation's literally an FF9 reference. Welcome back, Ronald. Prowl has just delivered to me a most fascinating report. You have some engaging questions to share too, Hal. Well, that's all very interesting indeed, but I must say I'm most fascinated by the ambulating trees. Well, there are similar creatures in Ukobactia. Could you tell me more about these trents as you know them? Will they prey upon even wolves? Such as those with red leaves? They're like to hurl acorns at you, exploding ones. They're native to the 12th wood. There are serious subspecies, such as those with red leaves and an odd look. They also are native to the 12th wood. That's so, though it makes sense that they would adapt to their environment in that fashion. I imagine they need careful management to flourish, such as having specific varieties of trees around them. Manage ecosystems. That calls to mind labyrinthos, does it not? That it does. These two wonder. Labyrinthos is a storage facility deep beneath Charlian that contains a recreation of a temperate climate zone. Such a place exists. By the by, did anyone also catch sight of a large scale kin? Large scale? Large scale, you say? What does it look like? Nothing I've seen before, but it had a rodent-like form. It walks on all four. If it looks like a rodent, wouldn't that make it a beastkin? No, it's covered in scales, one that appears to mimic succulent plants. By that, I would definitely classify it as a scalekin. I need to see this. It's hard to say for certain without seeing it. Why don't you show me? Very well. I was in a flower field earlier, and should still be near. I'll go over there then. When we find it, we'll see who's right. The two of you should come along too. Lend us your opinions. Go on ahead, Ronald. I'll let the others know and then join you. What the? You spot a beast resembling the Etchford you encountered in the first. That's the one there. I see. At a glance, it certainly has the look of both scaleskin and beastkin. Let's examine it more closely, shall we? Tell me your observations. Covered in plant-like scales. This was also the first thing I noticed. I dare say those scales are for hiding in foliage. Having studied it, I believe that the scales upon its back are in fact a unique form of hide. Rather than being shed, it grows with the creature. You might be right. If we consider that along with its other characteristics, such as its face and hands, it's more likely to be a beastkin, like you said. A physical examination would be needed to confirm this beyond doubt, but I'm satisfied simply to have seen it. It seems you alone were familiar with this species. Where did you encounter it? The Fairy Kingdom of the First? Ronald has been to the very edge of existence. He has seen life that others could only imagine. Amazing creation truly holds no end of mysteries. Oh, how I'd love to see them all. The life beyond the bounds of our star and plane both. Looks like we're having fun. Hearing that, hearing about the unknown never fails to rouse me. I felt the same way when Kithram and Galuth treated me to tales of their travels. You've met my grandfather too? Oh, didn't I already mention it? It was when Galuth came to Toral to investigate the Devoted City. I happened to have business with Gulu Jaja, so we met in Toral. Little did I know that the tiny babe he was cradling would return as you. To think that our paths had already crossed all these years ago. Not only yours and mine, either. Incicio was there too, you know? I don't... it's quite fine if you don't. It was actually because of Gullo told me about Charlene that I later urged Incicio to take up gleaming. My fuzzy bun was growing up dull and withdrawn, and it was when I was at my wit's end that I recalled your grandfather's story about gleaners. Seeing the world through their adventures would inspire a change for the better, I believe. I'm sorry I was dull and withdrawn. If you ask me, you still have some work to do, but it's because you're that way that you're with us now. And I, for one, am grateful. Well, let's keep moving, shall we? There's a facility I've been wanting to visit. A Clara Museum of Nature. They're supposed to have creatures that take you on leisure flights. There's just one problem. It seems only 3 people can fly at one. Then you and Aravo go. The rest of us still have plenty of other things we can do here. But there's room for one more. Why don't you come with us, Ronald? I look like I just have this pained smile. Why do you keep dragging me into this things? Then it's settled. The museum is at the bottom of the ramp that runs west of Laynode Arrow. Come on. Ah, I tried. Here it is. The Claria Museum of Nature. Wait, Claria? As in... Claria? As in... That's... As in FFI? It is, it's the... Yeah. It's situated in a giant tree. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All the places we're seeing essentially are places that are in FF9, just hundreds of years later. The main building is closed due to the ether surge, but happily, there's still offering leisure flights. And these are the fellows that will bear us. How adorable. They don't look capable of flight. Haha, come now. You know better than to judge a creature by its appearance. This will be great. I know it. Aren't they? Oh, aren't they? A journey never ending. Begging your problem, but this is where you can go on leisurely flights, yes? It is indeed. Bearing you will be our adorable Mythwayers, who are especially trained by a Tolari friend. Just say the word and we will send you up and away. And there you have it. Shall we? Wait, you said by a Tolari. You are ready? Then go ahead and mount up. The main weapon areas fly a set route. So you need only relax and enjoy the view. The capybaras hunting. Whee! How exhilarating. I'll be damned. They really do fly. Yep. So does every other mount that's in this game. Hey, the way we're flying information, why don't we look like migrating birds? Except we're on giant rodents. Don't ruin the moment. Speaking of migrating birds, the Malala is where your name comes from. Did I ever tell you that? That I knew, but I learned it from the Sham. Not you. Not from you. A migrating bird can fly anywhere it desires, even across oceans to distant continents. And you've done that, my clever Malahard. I thank you not to call me that. Oh dear, is it over already? Time really does fly when you have... Oh my goodness. What a joy to see living memory from up high. Yeah, I'll be able to see it better once I have light. She is literally the embodiment of I want to be a canary scenario. The whole Princess Garnet wishing she was a bird that could fly away to anywhere she wants. To finally be free. Instead of feeling like imprisoned. That's what this is. Ah, that was wonderful. An experience worth saving for the very end. You two, you enjoyed yourselves as well, I trust. It was enjoyable enough, I suppose. From my fuzzy bun, that's high praise. I'm glad I invited you and Ronald. Thank you for indulging me. If I could, I'd go for another 100 rides, but I must settle for the one. It's time we headed to the Aero Terminal. If there are still things you wish to do, you'll want to do them now. When you're ready, make your way along the path yonder. I'll find the others and let them know the same. These honey vessels are constructed from her memories. I understand this. But when she's right there, as alive and spirited as I've ever known her, how am I supposed to do it? How am I supposed to erase her? Does she even know it tears me apart? Yes, she knows. She knows better than anyone else here.
how delightful this has been. Not since my journey with the Dawn Servant have I enjoyed myself so. No, I'm selling it short. This was even better. And that's because I was able to share this adventure with my darling boy. Well, this is as far as I can go. As for the rest...
Just stop. You're doing it again. Deciding everything by yourself, and then disappearing.
Elaneshpia, you're my pupil, so you ought to understand. Everything that lives must one day die, and that which has died isn't meant to return. This is the way of nature. Mine is an unnatural existence, and I've suffered it only because I had to unmake this twisted mausoleum. But now that brave souls have appeared to whom I might entrust my mission, I may finally embrace the end. Can't you be happy for me?
How could I be happy?
I was actually quite scared, you see. Scared that I'd be trapped inside the barrier forever and denied the thrill of discovery for all my days. Your coming gave me courage and comfort, Elaneshpia. More than you know. And now here I stand, unburdened and free. In this moment, the happiest of my life.
Those feelings will live on.
As you wish, Mother. I'll continue what you began. You were right, of course. Leaving home has broadened my horizons. I've met my friends and found this place. So I bid you leave your dreams with me. And no, I'll go where you couldn't go, and do what you couldn't do. I will.
Look at you, all grown up and dependable. Yet with so much more ahead. A world of experiences await you, each a lesson of its own. You may know failure and burning regret, but these two shall become beacons to guide you. So come what may, hold your head high and carry on with conviction. And wherever your journeys take you, keep me close to your heart, will you? I should like to be there, to see what I haven't seen.
You will be, Mother.
Now, run along. And never forget that you're my pride and joy. I trust you all can handle the rest. Take care, and farewell.
Oh man. We'll leave this to you, Anvil. I won't waver. Not anymore. If you're ready yourselves, and so am I. Concerning them.
That makes all of them.
All that remains is to wait for the Meso Terminal to become vulnerable when it's about to initiate fusion. And then we strike.
Please be advised, we are entering the final phase of world bridging. Repeat, we are entering the final phase of world bridging. The ether of all residents will shortly be replenished. Be at ease. No action on your part is required. We thank you for your patience.
Wait, it's already begun?
Well, then let's go. Not a moment too soon. It's as if she's saying she won't let us do as we please anymore. Through our time here, we've come to know what it is Fiend seeks to protect. But that doesn't change what we have to do. Dawn Trail. We'll carry out Cthulhu's plan. It's our best chance at stopping Fiend. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt. We are all prepared, I assumed? That goes without saying. Come, we head to the Miso terminal. So, I guess the music's dead here. Nope. No good. It seems we can't simply shut down the Miso Tower like the others. Not surprising in the least. My mother did tell us its defenses are tight. But she also left me a means of circumventing them. A program that will send your souls into the terminal's memory banks. Therein lies a virtual domain generated by Fiend's memories. So we would venture into this domain and thus seek out and stop Fiend. Yes. Our souls are transferred into the in their entirety. Dying in that domain would not be no different from dying outside of it. There's no guarantee of safe return. Oh boy. Nonetheless, that's a risk we must take. We've already come this far, and I'll be damned if I'm going to turn back now. By meeting the Endless, I've gained a better understanding of Fiend and the burden she bears. I want to say a few things to her when we meet again, even if it doesn't make a difference. Whatever happens, we won't let Fiend walk her misguided path any longer. For those we've yet to meet. I'll do all I can to provide support. Mother has instructed me on her program as well as the world within the terminal. I'll also keep an eye on your bodies while you're gone. Should it come to it, though, I won't hesitate to call on our comrades outside. I'm acutely aware of my limits. Upon entering the terminal, we will most certainly meet with fierce resistance from its defenses. Then there is Sphene herself. In order to initiate the interdimensional fusion, she said she intends to erase her own memories. What matter of entity she will become as a result, none could say. And if she invokes the key and opens portals to other worlds, she would have access to vast amounts of ether to bring it to bear against us. We must be prepared for anything. Whatever we encounter won't change our objective. And it won't change what I'll do. Come, my friends, it's time to settle this. This is it. Alexandria, now accessible.